Hey guys, this is SoFlo Josh, and finally Toyota has unveiled to us some concepts that they will be having within the couple of years of the full electric model range for both Lexus and Toyota. This is getting really exciting for the Toyota brand. I'm actually pretty excited for the move that Toyota is going to be doing with this new whole entire EV plan that they have in store. So, of course, this was broadcast live from Japan to investors as well as us, the consumers and people like reviewers like myself, and we got to see some about 15 concept vehicles that Toyota has planned within, I believe, the next 10 to 15 years for the Toyota brand and the Lexus brand. But right now, I'm going to be focusing more on the Toyota brand. There will be a video separate for the Lexus brand. So starting up, let's talk about some of the vehicles that we saw. So we have a BZ lineup. Now the BZ stands for Beyond Zero, and of course the first one that we have is the BZ4X. So the BZ4X will be sold internationally, Japan, United States, Canada, the UK, everywhere that you would expect it to be sold as an EV vehicle. But there was about 4 other versions of the BZ lineup. Now, one out of these 4 is actually probably not going to be coming to the US, and that's because it is kind of like the Toyota Aygo from the European market and the Japanese market. It's a very, very, I would say, mini compact sized vehicle, hatchback. So I don't see that coming to the States, but the other 3 for sure look like they will be coming to the States. So there is a sedan version. There is a lifted, kind of a CHR type of version, and then a full large size Highlander version. So I'm suspecting that this will be kind of like a placement where they slot them in between different models. For example, like the Toyota Camry would probably be that BZ sedan that they have in place. The CHR version, I would suspect, would actually replace the CHR, in my opinion. I think that would be the smarter route to do that. It would get people into the EV brand for Toyota, and that would be a great entry point, lower cost, and of course with the tax that we have over here in the United States, the $7,500 tax credit, it actually would help that sell that vehicle a lot more. But of course, the one that a lot of people are focusing on would be the larger one, which is kind of like a Highlander 7-row seat version. Now, this one, the styling for all 3 of these actually has a unique styling. So, typically with some kind of like EV models, let's say for example like Tesla has a unique specific characteristic within the front area and the rear area to distinguish that it is a Tesla. And it's a part of this whole range. Now, Toyota did it somewhat different. So, like the BZ4X makes it, is a little bit more like crossover-y looking. The sedan and that CHR kind of base coupe 4-door that they have going has a completely different front end from each other. The light fixtures are very different. The rear light fixtures are different. And the overall shape of it is actually very, very different. And I really like that Toyota did that. The same thing can go for the larger BZ model that they have here. It actually doesn't look anything similar to what the BZ4X looks like, which is a good thing. I mean, distinguishing the different types of models is far better than having the exact same type of corporate look, if you would say, for the model. So with that BZ line, like I mentioned, the other 3 would probably be coming to the States. The other one probably will not. It looks like we're probably going to be getting within the next 5 years or so these BZ models, especially with the fact that these kind of look like they're production ready, except for the large SUV. The large SUV doesn't even have side mirrors. It has like kind of thin wing style mirrors, probably a camera mirror if I'm going to be honest, but the other ones have side mirrors. They have light fixtures that look production ready, and they actually have flush door handles, which is kind of interesting to see. I mean, that's the whole new trend right now. It's about having that clean design on the side for a lot of vehicles For example, like the new BMW 2 Series, the 4 Series Grand Coupe, they all have that kind of flat style door handle. So I'm kind of glad that Toyota is incorporating some of that design aspect that's kind of trending right now, where they have the flat door handles. But overall, the design looks pretty cool. So getting on to the next vehicles that we have this Tacoma style electric vehicle. So my interpretation is that the BZ lines will be the bespoke ones, okay? So those will be the ones that are built with EV in mind only. No, internal combustion engines at all. So they're going to be completely EV only. And I think that the ones in the rear that we kind of see here in this picture I'm showing you right now are the ones that are going to have, an internal combustion first and then EV second. Kind of like a conversion. Kind of like what Genesis does with their EV models, with the fact that the G80 and then they have a G80V EV model as well as the GV70 EV. Keep that in mind. So with this one, we have this nice actual Tacoma, and this is probably more than likely, almost I would say 99%, the next generation Toyota Tacoma. We already know that the next generation Toyota Tacoma will have styling inspiration from the Tundra, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I've seen the Tundra in person. I really love the way the Tundra looks, and seeing this Tacoma and how small it is actually gets me excited because it looks really, really good. I like the overall design. This of course kind of gives me a TRD off-road look to it, and it looks really nice. You can see that the grille is completely covered up except for the lower part grille. But overall, it looks really nice, and you can see a little bit of the interior in this photo I'm showing you right now. The styling of it looks good. Mind you, we don't have any information exactly what the powertrain will be, like the kilowatts, what kind of battery is it going to be, and so on and so forth. But overall, the styling of this Tacoma looks really, really, really nice, and I cannot wait to see it in person. I'm telling you, it looks very, very, very close to production with the headlight systems, the side mirrors, the overall body of it just looks like, hey, like this. Toyota said, hey, just give them the production, look already, and call it a day. The next one is actually a pretty cool one, and I really hope that this one comes to the States, and it's the Toyota Compact Cruiser EV. So the Toyota Compact Cruiser EV kind of encompasses that FJ Cruiser style that we got back in the 2000s, and it looks really good, especially painted in that same exact blue that the press photos of the FJ Cruiser had. It looks extremely nice. I really like the way that it looks. It looks like it could, if it comes to the States, it could battle the Ford Bronco and the Jeep Renegade. Of course, this one, like I mentioned to you, could have an internal combustion engine mounted in it first, and then so on. Later on would have that EV version. And it looks like the interior is actually pretty much finished as well. Side mirrors, we have door handles. Everything looks to be production ready with these concepts, and that's what I'm kind of realizing with a lot of these concepts. They look very, very close to production. So it could be the case that what Toyota's trying to do is, hey, let's show you this to get you excited for what's to come, but also keep in mind that a lot of these are actually going to be produced, and these are very, very close to production. I would almost say that they're at the end stages of prototype look to them, and I'm sure that we're probably going to see test vehicles driving around within the year or so of these certain vehicles. But the styling of it looks nice. I like the C-shaped headlights, the Toyota across the hood, the grille, and in the lower part you have these little tow hooks as well on there. You have a skid plate underneath. It just looks very off-road appealing, and I think a lot of young buyers would actually love this vehicle. A lot of young buyers currently right now are buying urban, outdoorsy kind of vehicles, such as the Hyundai Santa Cruz, as well as the Ford Bronco and the Bronco Sport. My bad. Keep that in mind. That a lot of these buyers are actually looking for vehicles like this, that has that off-road capability, but the availability to have, versatility in the cargo area. And I think this would actually sell very, very well. And please, Toyota, if you're watching this video, please bring this to the state. I think this will be an actual win for the brand with the EV or even the internal combustion version. I think this would be a huge win for the Toyota brand. So getting on from that, we go into the next one, which is kind of like an compact crossover. Now, this one I don't think will come to the States. I think this is going to be a European exclusive model. So it probably will never come to the States. It's going to be one of those, specific continent exclusive version. And it looks very nice. It's I want to say it's kind of like a CHR mixed with a little bit of a Corolla hatch in some cases, as you can see in the picture right here. The LED lighting in the front looks very, very nice. The overall aesthetics of it actually look very premium, and that's what kind of makes me feel like it could be European specific more than the US, North American specific. But after that one, we get this amazing looking, sports EV. So the rumor is that this is going to be more than likely the MR2 successor, the revival of the MR2. Now, in the photos that was at the venue, it actually had the GR logo up in the front. So that leads it to suspect that we are going to be getting a GR MR2 model coming out within the next 5 years or so. Now, like I mentioned before, this model will be the one that will have an internal combustion first and then an EV version later on throughout the model year. The only reason why I honestly think that's the case, if it was a bespoke specific EV model, they would have called it the BZ. If we look at it logically. So looking at it logically, it would have been called a BZ, but right now they're calling it the sports EV. So with the GR badge in the front, it really leads me to suspect that this is going to be the GR MR2 that we were going to be getting. And I cannot wait to see that. It's going to have a mid-engine. You can see an actual intake housing on the rear where the door is ending at, and it looks like it's going to have that mid-engine aspect in it, and that's going to be the fun factor. It's going to be a mid-engine, compact, regular sports car or sports coupe, technically speaking, and I cannot wait for this to come back. I'm sure that there's going to be some type of partnership with a certain company that Toyota will be doing in order to be producing these models, because, I mean, if you know already with the Supra and the GR86, those both were created with another brand from BMW and Subaru. So keep that in mind as well. But another vehicle that was here was another vehicle I suspect that will not be coming here. It's a small CU EV. This one I for sure don't see coming to the States. I see this as being a Japanese or European exclusive model due to the fact that those kind of countries have more smaller urban driving environments rather than how the United States has more rural and larger roads, larger parking areas. So I don't really see this selling, and not only that, this segment right here in the United States hasn't really been doing that well if you think about it. So I don't really see this coming. But overall, the styling looks good, I have to say. But that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm going to be making a video on the Lexus counterpart shortly after this one that will be coming out in a couple hours after this one. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel as well. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.